What's up, everybody? It's your old pal Matt back with you. I know I'm going to apologize from the start for my lack of video content here on YouTube. I know you're all just seething with anger and frustration, and I apologize for that. I'm an adult, I got adult responsibilities, I got things I got to get taken care of, but in all of that waiting, it makes events like today just that much more sweeter. Am I right? Are we still talking about the same thing? I don't know. Anyway, before me and before you is a box, and I'm going to open it. This is a brand new fedora from my good friend Mikhail Einerson, and he is the hat maker for Hufvud in Sweden. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Sweden. As an American, I apologize. As an American, we have to say it that way. It's just the way it is. Just let it go. Let it happen. Let it be. Okay? This is the Lucky Fedora. The backstory on this. In November, I came to Mikhail and I asked him for another fedora. He is the one who made the one that I wear practically all the time. I take it off for one thing and one thing only. That's to shower, people. All right, get your heads out of the gutter. All right. Came to him in November and asked him to make me a second Raiders style hat, this time in full beaver, and for it to look like a more accurate representation of the hat worn by Harrison in the first Indy movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So when I open the box, I'll show you those details. I'm very excited to do this. I've been waiting for this basically since I ordered it back in November, and I was quite ecstatic when it showed up here last week. So, without further ado, I'm going to open this box and show you what's inside. Alright, so I saved us some time by going ahead and cutting the tape along the edges here. You don't want to see that. That's not fun or entertaining. Me looking like a klutz trying to figure out how these newfangled boxes are supposed to open. So I went ahead, took care of that off camera. We're back, and I'm going to do the big unveiling, moment of truth. All right, drum roll. Anybody? Anybody? No. Nobody. Nobody. Here we go. Insert gold effect right here. Big moment. Very exciting. So here's what it looks like when you open the box. There is a handwritten note. Very classy move by Mikhail. I really appreciate this. I got one when I ordered my first hat. This is rare. Very nice extra touch. Really appreciate this. This is awesome. I will read that to you in a second. Here is the hat itself in its own bag. Also a very nice extra. I'm going to take this out. Put this box down here. Let's go ahead and let's read this note first, shall we? Build the anticipation. So inside, he's got a sample from the sweatband. One of the things I requested from Mikhail was to have my last name stamped in gold on the inside on the sweatband. You can see it right there. No jokes about the last name, okay? Let's keep it classy here, people. But that looks very sharp. It's a nice sample. And the note reads, Dear Matt, thank you for allowing me to create another fedora for you. Your continued support allows Hufvud to grow and keep this craft alive. Fortune and glory, kid. All the best. Mikhail Einerson, Hufvud hat maker, Lund, Sweden. So, this means as much to me as the craftsmanship of the hat. I love handwritten notes. One of my favorite things that I received the first time I ordered a hat from Mikhail, and I still have that note. Really nice touch. Really appreciate that. All right, big moment. Here we go. Let's see what's in the bag. It's a very nice bag. Wow. Oh my. Look at that. So, this is from Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is his Leifer, I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize for that. But this is the Lucky Fedora. It's the exact same Fedora as this one. Over time, however, Mikhail has honed his craft, so the bash on this is a bit more accurate from the one that I've been wearing. That's kind of a comparison right there. Again, the one on my head that I've had for over a year is rabbit felt. This is full beaver. This is basically his top of the line felt for the Indy Fedora, and it's very impressive. I'm quite happy. This is some excellent craftsmanship on this hat. Wow. All the proper indentations from the front pinch to, you can see, top of the crown. Got those lovely humps on top. This hat is complete with the Raider's turn. Unlike the hat that I've been wearing, which is totally symmetrical. And the Raider's turn, for those of you who know, is kind of a special thing Harrison Ford did in Raiders. He turned the hat ever so slightly, so it's a tad off symmetry. Gave the brim more of a swooping action, and thereby making the fedora even more unique. It's already unique in its crown height, 5.5 inches. Just an absolutely gorgeous hat. So here we have the inside of the hat with gold liner that I requested, and from the sounds of it, that was something that was new to Mikhail, and I'm very happy that he was able to complete that request. I think it looks tremendous. And on the sweatband, as you can see, get this thread out of here, it's got stamped in gold, hoofed right here, and also he put my name. So just as the sample that I showed earlier, that's in there, and then the size, which is a gigantic 62. I guess I can thank genetics for this giant melon head, but you know, it's mine. It rests upon my shoulders. Therefore, I will claim it. And then on the other side, we have, flip it this way. Again, it shows the type of felt here, and also handmade in Sweden. So there is an up-close look at the hat. Take a nifty lint roller to this later, just fresh out of the box, to show you all for the very first time. All right, so there's only one thing left to do, and that's to try this puppy on. Now, I need to make it clear that I don't really intend to wear this very often. I really got it because I wanted to have a backup, but more so just for decorative purposes. You know, I've got a growing Indy collection at home, and I wanted to be able to put a hat next to all the various antiquities from the movies that Indy was in search of. And my intent is to put this hat among all of that stuff, perhaps in some kind of a glass enclosure if I can ever get one. Or, I may wear it on Sundays, make it part of my Sunday's best. But otherwise, yeah, I want to try to keep this one as pristine as I can. I still very much love this hat. Like I said, I've worn it now for well over a year. It's been on many adventures with me, and I intend to take it on many more. So, let's see what we've got here. Now, you're going to have to bear with me. I probably got some pretty atrocious hat hair right now, so just, prepare yourself for that. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That just feels right. So I don't know from this angle if it does the hat justice. But I can tell you one thing, it feels right on my head. And that's always a good sign. There's nothing like putting a new fedora on for the very first time. Wow. Tremendous quality work, my friend Mikhail, if you're watching this. Again, I really appreciate everything you do, and I encourage anybody out there who's in the market for a fedora to reach out to Mikhail Einerson of Hoofed. He does tremendous work. But wait, there's more. So I thought, because it's been a while, I haven't really put anything out there, that I would double dip on this episode and give you a little added something, Just go full tilt Indiana Jones, very thematic, and unwrap something else that came in recently. This is a shirt that I bought off of Amazon. It's a cheap shirt, and it's made to look like an Indiana Jones shirt, but it's kind of a knockoff. It's cheap. And I bought it for one reason, and that's so it could be distressed, ripped to shreds, and made to look like the shirt he's wearing at the end of Temple of Doom, the infamous rope bridge scene. And I am very fortunate to have friends in the indie community who are very talented, and Kirk Brackman. I sent this shirt directly to him, and he was willing to doomify it, because I have intentions to wear the Temple of Doom look this year at various conventions, and so I'm in his debt. I really appreciate that he did this, and I can't wait to open this and see what it looks like. All right, so this should be fairly easy to open. Get rid of this. Excellent. So, looks like Kirk included a note. I love these. If you've watched this far, you've already seen how much I went off on having a note from Mikhail. Went off in a good way. I love that stuff. It's tremendous. Personalizes the whole experience. And it looks like Kirk has written a note here as well. I will read this. I hope you enjoy this shirt and have many adventures in it. The bridge scene of Temple of Doom is my favorite scene of the franchise and my favorite indie look. And he pulls it off quite well, might I add. You should go look him up on Facebook, Instagram. It's a top notch. Looks great. While not entirely screen accurate, I believe this style of weathering captures the spirit of Temple of Doom and subtlety that tells a visual story of where it been and what it's been through. It also continues to look better the more it's worn, used, and lovingly abused. It's a new shirt, but as we know, it's not the years, it's the mileage. Fortune and glory, Kirk. So this is, I love this. This stuff really goes a long way as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what the shirt looks like. Get rid of that plastic bag. I don't want an accident to occur where, somehow ends up over my head. Can't really control myself sometimes, Here it is. Oh, wow, look at this. So, weathering is the accurate word. I would go so far as to say that really, you could wear this shirt with a jacket and nobody would really know the difference. I'm a fan of the weathering. I love it. I think it looks great. It's how it should look. Indiana Jones obviously is always out adventuring and not wearing a clean shirt, really, ever. So you shouldn't either. So obviously missing the sleeve. And on the back, where he's been whipped, Kirk went so far as to put those holes in this shirt. See if I can show it over here, maybe. There we go. So where the whip has been cracked on Indy's backside when he's being tortured by the Thuggee, those have been added to this particular shirt. So this is tremendous. I love this. I'm going to go try this on and see what it looks like. And most likely you'll be seeing photos of me on Instagram wearing this. I'm sure you've all seen, maybe you haven't, but one of my good friends bought the knife, replica knife that was released back in the 80s. He bought that and gifted it to me, and that was also the inspiration for wanting this shirt done like this so that I could go out and have some photos taken. And I don't have a Temple of Doom style hat quite yet, but never say never. I'm always buying things, so that could happen at some point. But I'm pleased with what I've got so far, and that's all that you can be. It's just be pleased with what you have and be grateful. And I'm grateful to have wonderful friends who do things like this. So if anybody out there needs this done, I'm sure that Kirk would be happy to oblige. Just reach out to him, much like I did, and he will get it done for you. So thank you, my friend. Awesome work. And that's all I've got for now. I hope you stay tuned, because very soon I'm expecting a rather large package for a different cosplay that I do, and that involves a guy who dresses up as a bat and goes out at nighttime and kicks ass. So that's one I've put a lot of effort into over the last year. One of my favorite characters. I'm attempting to do the Hush version of Batman, and this is all navy. And I've got a wonderful suit maker who should be getting that to me very soon. And once it's here, I'll unbox that for you all, and I'll try it on, give you the full ensemble, and you can give me feedback. I always appreciate feedback. A lot of you have been very positive, and I really appreciate that. It's good to be in a community that is full of very positive people. So that's all I've got for now. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Like the video, share it. Let your friends see it. If they're indie fans, let them know that they aren't alone. There are other people out there who enjoy Indiana Jones just as much as they do. I encourage them to join the Facebook groups, get involved, and just have a good time, you know? That's all I've got. Thank you so much.